Yes,
Yes,
so
so
hello.
hello. Yes, sorry for that one. So I was setting up my audio. Once again, welcome to our class today. So basically, our class today, I wanted us to engage with one another and see how far you've gone with your setup. Okay, so I wanted to just confirm how you set up your Olama, whether your Llama 3.2 model is running. And I just wanted to see so far so good where we are. And if possible, if you are able to build a simple personal assistant, any like yesterday we built several assistants. We built several assistants. Yes, like smart agriculture, smart digital marketer, and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to get your input, maybe one by one. So far so good. I want to get your progress, especially in terms of the installations that are required. And now from there, I am going to introduce RAG, retrieval augmented generation. And we want to see how we can now advance AI capabilities by now allowing these AI systems to interact with documents. Okay. So without wasting time, because like I said, it's a very short session. So I just want to go one by one, confirming installation, setup, and then maybe your feedback. So possibly we can start with Newton. So Newton, how far are you? Any challenge with the installation? You can unmute. Yes.
Okay. Evening.
Good evening. Can hear you now.
I think with the installations, I'm okay.
Okay.
And the codes I've been running, the ones we've been doing in class.
Okay.
Maybe practicing them on my own is what is left.
Oh, but so far so good. You're able to build a simple personal assistant like what you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very good milestone. So it means that you are able to install Olama, and then you are also able to pull Llama 3.2. You're able to do VS Code setup, Python setup, and then run the model. So that's a very good milestone. So that is encouraging. I think I can now go to Michael.
Just a minute.
Yes. Just proceed. Yes.
So I was asking for the other models. We pull them the same way.
Yeah. If you go to, I think it was Olama, you just pull the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need to be exact with the name of the model. Okay. You see,
Okay.
like for us, we were using Llama 3.2, so it's very very similar. But you have to be exact with the name. Like, well, where is Llama 3.2? This one here. So you just say, oh Llama pull Llama 3.2, exactly the way it was named here. So if you want to try out DeepSeek, you want to try out Gamma, and I think if all your setup is working currently, you can even go to the website itself and check other models that are there. And you even check their capabilities, like Llama 3.2 is better for working with tools. If you're talking about DeepSeek, it's good when you're talking about vision. So each model has its own capabilities. So you can be checking. And I think just like you've asked your question, you just pull the model exactly the same, but to keep in mind about the name of the model. I hope I've answered you there.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Anything else, Newton?
For now, I'm okay.
Okay, that's good to hear. So I think now we go to Michael. Michael, are you able to unmute? We hear from you. Your progress. Is Michael in? I think we lost him again. So maybe we can try. Can you try Kim? So basically, we want to
Yeah.
hear you in. Yes, yes. Yeah, you can proceed.
Okay. For me, on my end, I think honestly, this week I've been quite tight on my schedules.
Okay.
I think I stopped on where we were installing Olama. I think I
Okay.
missed yesterday's class, but I have the recording. So
Okay.
during the weekend, I think I'll be able to catch up with the rest because
Okay.
on my end, I'm not very okay. I'm not unfamiliar with what you are doing because
Okay.
uh, I've been I've been making the agents. So I think for me, to just follow the procedure, do the
Okay.
installations because I already have VS Code and the rest. So it's just doing it as an assignment. So for me, I think so far so good, but I'll catch up with the rest by
Okay.
weekend.
Okay. That's good to hear. Any challenge so far? So good.
So far so good. I think the templates and the videos are enough. So I will maneuver.
Okay. So that's good to hear. So what I really wanted is to ensure that before now next week, at least we have everyone is able to do the setup. Now from there, we're able to build more advanced models. But for this week, I just wanted to ensure that everyone is able to have the setup right. And now we start on the same note from next week. And that is good. Thank you. Okay. I think now we have Fatuma. Fatuma, how is the progress? So far, so good. Are you able to unmute?
It's great. I started the week a bit busy, but I was able to catch up and I was
Okay.
able to do the installations and run the code we ran yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Any
I'm
any
doing great.
any challenge?
No.
Okay. Did you try out the other assistants?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Did you try RAG systems? Or maybe you didn't find time?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay, so I think for Fatuma, you had mentioned that yesterday your setup was okay. So we can go to Alex. Alex. Alex Mbugwa. Yes. I don't know whether you're able to unmute your mic. How is your progress so far? Yes.
Yesterday I was able to set up,
Okay.
but it wasn't working. It was saying that I need an extra 2 GB RAM, I think. But today it was working. It's
Okay.
working fine. Yeah.
What is your memory capacity? I don't know.
It's 8 GB, but I think I had too
Okay.
many applications running at the same time. So the visual
Uh,
studio, yeah.
but today it's working perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
it's working perfectly fine.
Oh, that's good to hear. Any other challenge apart from that?
Nah, no, no.
Okay. Perfect. So I think that one we are ready for next week. Then we can go to Edwin. Edwin, how is your progress? Installation? Edwin?
I was able to install everything, and the codes are working. I've tried to use one
Okay.
of the assistants, but it's not working, so I'm still working
Okay.
on it. Yeah.
Which one particularly? I don't know whether I have the document here. Which one specifically?
The second one,
Uh, the one we did yesterday, or the ones on the document?
the ones on the document.
Oh, okay. So these ones were working, but now you tried out a new one. Maybe you are getting a challenge.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm
I
still
think.
working on it.
Oh, you're working on it. Okay. So in case you
Yeah.
still getting the challenge, you can let me know on my inbox. Then we can assist each other on that one.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good. So that's good. Now finally, Michael, are you able to unmute?
Yes. So I'm having issues with my internet. Can
Oh,
you
sorry.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. For me, I was able to pull and
Okay.
run the codes, even though I
Okay.
had to clear my memory because it was too slow. But when I cleared, everything
Mhm.
is working.
Okay. Is it faster in getting the responses?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Okay, so those are
Yeah.
good. Any challenge you got? Any challenge apart from that one, the memory? Any other one?
I don't have any other issue.
Okay. Okay, so that's good to hear. So that's a very good milestone that we've had, because I want to imagine if you have a model running on your system, it means that you've installed Python, you have VS Code, you've installed Olama, you have pulled Llama 3.2. So it was kind of a lot of work. I just wanted to confirm where we are together. So that's good. I think majority, we are almost in the same pace in building these assistants. So if your codes were able to run, today I just wanted to introduce to you retrieval augmented generation. And this is what we are going to focus on next week. So there is a document I had shared earlier on the WhatsApp group concerning RAG systems. We just wanted to know, what are these systems? What are the steps of building a RAG system, and where can we use them? So with this presentation, we are talking about RAG systems, retrieval augmented generation application. We are also minding about you able to run a large language model on your PC, so privately. So if I'm talking about privately, it means that you are not minding about the cost, like other developers, and also you don't need to have the internet to run this model because already you've installed them into your machine. So that is the beauty. They are fast. I picked Llama 3.2 because I saw it is very fast with any machine. So long as you have at least 8 GB memory, then it should be very, very fast in getting your responses. And this is very also important. It is free. So as we are building, remember, you're not building production systems. So we are learning to build. Therefore, you don't need to mind about the cost implications. Therefore, these systems were running offline. So today, let's talk about RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Anyone who has ever heard about RAG systems? I'm sure they are very popular. Anyone with an idea? I just wanted this class today to be interactive, to get to hear your voices. Anyone who has encountered the name RAG, or maybe you've worked with the RAG system, or maybe you've heard about it and you are intending to use it in your projects, but now you are trying to figure out, how do I come up with a RAG application? Anyone? I can see no one. Okay. So RAG is an AI technique where we will be combining two very powerful capabilities. The first thing is that our personal assistants, like you saw, they were generating text. But you can say that is not enough. Okay? We need AI systems that can retrieve information. So if you're talking about a RAG system, you need to mind about information retrieval. So there is some information that is stored somewhere that you retrieve as you generate the text. So it's a more advanced AI tool compared to assistant. And as you saw yesterday, assistants were just generating text, okay, based on instruction. So with the RAG system, it means that instead of relying on what an AI model has learned during the training. Remember, if you're talking about Llama 3.2, it was trained by meta information. So the information that Llama 3.2 model was trained on could be general information on Facebook, some information on the internet, Wikipedia websites, research papers, but they are general information. So we don't have to rely on that one alone. We can also allow the model, so that is the beauty, we can allow the system to look up information from our own documents at the same time. So when a user asks a question, then a RAG system is able to retrieve information from our own documents. So that is the beauty. So another way to think of RAG is a very knowledgeable assistant in such a way that before it answers your question, it quickly searches through some relevant documents, and then it finds the most useful pages to return, okay? So that is why you're going to find that RAG systems are very, very useful, especially if we now integrate them to different businesses. So RAG systems, there's only 3 stages you're talking about. So we talk about the process of indexing. So if yeah, sorry for that one. So I was talking about the 3 stages of RAG. So you talk about indexing, retrieval, and generation. So indexing is where you load your documents. Remember, these documents could be your FAQs, your company FAQs, medical reports, invoices, FAQ. I think I've talked about FAQs. So you load all these documents. And then these documents, because they are text, some are tables, we need a way to convert them into something we call embedding. So embedding is a numerical representation of information, so that now we store it in a database that later we're going to call it a vector database. And now from the storage, we talk about retrieval. So retrieval means about how when a user asks a question, we use something called similarity search to fetch information from a vector database. And then finally, the information is now generated back to the user. I think someone could ask a very good question. Why should we use RAG instead of fine-tuning? Both of them are very beneficial, but fine-tuning means that you take a model like Llama 3.2, then you'll have to retrain it with other information. Okay, so you take a model, you retrain it with some specific information. So one disadvantage of fine-tuning, even though it makes a model very, very powerful, is that it is slow. You'll have to wait. It is expensive because if you're talking about fine-tuning, then you'll have to invest on machines that are powerful. If you're talking about these machines, should be having they are called what? Graphical processing units that are very powerful to process information. And I think most of them use NVIDIA GPUs. We are going to talk about fine-tuning later. And then if you want to do fine-tuning, then you need some knowledge of machine learning. So we're going to do fine-tuning later because already done machine learning. Yeah, so RAG solves this problem in such a way that it makes your model know your documents. That is actually the whole idea about RAG systems. So where can you use them? A lot of use cases are there for RAG, especially for those people working on legal. Remember, if you're working on a law firm, then it means that most of the time you're working on case files, you're working on contracts, you're working on statutes. So we can actually make lawyers' work easier by in such a way that lawyers can ask a natural language question and then get answers with citations to exact documents and pages. Okay, so that is a very important use case of RAG. Similarly, on healthcare, we can build RAG systems over medical records and clinical guidelines so that now doctors can work with AI in such a way that they can query patient history, look up on treatment protocols within seconds. Finance is there, education is there in such a way that we can help our kids by building Q&A tools over their course materials. So remember, every course that you do in an institution, there are those course materials that they are using. So these course materials, we can upload them. If you go to high schools, we can upload the textbooks, syllabuses, or course outlines they are using. And now students are able to get instant questions based on what they are studying. So these are projects we can talk about: customer support, where we can upload manuals, FAQs. Government can work with RAG systems such a way that civil servants are able to go through policy documents, legislations, gazette notices, and so on and so forth. So there is a lot of use case if you think about it on a bigger picture, okay? And that's why I think next week we are going to focus on developing RAG system from scratch. So before the next week class, because I don't want to go through the entire development phase today, I just wanted to start RAG on Monday. Ensure you have pulled, so I wanted you to see this one. Ensure you have pulled embedding model. So I wanted you to pull this embedding model called Nomic Embed Text. So this is a very lightweight AI model that focuses on embedding text. So if you're saying embedding text, we are transforming text to numbers so that our computers can work with them better. So I wanted you to go to your terminal. If you find time, kindly, it is step 4. You can do it prior. So you can go to step 4, open your terminal, and then you pull the embedding model that I've already pulled, this one here. So ensure you have it, because we are going to use that model to convert information that we have stored into numerical format. I don't know whether someone is able to research for us what is an embedding. What is an embedding? What is an embedding model? What is an embedding model? Anyone is willing to research for us embedding? Because you are saying that for us to build RAG system, we need a way to embed information. So we are converting them from text to embeddings. So we need to know what are these embeddings. And now for us to do that one, we need a lightweight. We cannot rely on Llama because it's very heavy. So we need a more lightweight model that we can use to embed this information. So I wanted you to, at least before next week, you have pulled this model, and then now we can start on RAG systems. I think it will be a very interesting session. Then we are going to see where to apply this knowledge on different industry. So that is something you could be thinking about. Thank you, Fatuma. I've seen you've defined RAG. We should go to the chart. Yes. So yes, that is true. So, but Fatuma is saying that an embedding model is a type of a machine learning model that can transform data such as words, sentences, images into numerical vectors. So that is the whole idea. All this information you are fetching, they have to be converted into something called numerical vectors. So these vectors are essentially list of numbers that represent the meaning of or features of the data in a high dimensional space. So I think we are going to define it better in our next session, where we'll be talking about cosine similarity. So I think embedding use the idea of cosine similarity. I think it's mathematical cosine similarity. Yeah. So cosine similarity, if you think about it mathematically, it is the measure of the angle between non-zero vector. So if you're talking about cosine similarity, it determines how similar two vectors are. So from that idea, we're able to determine which words have similar meaning within a text or a context. So we're going to talk about all these one. So what I really wanted you to have is the embedding model. So because I've already built the system, I can just demonstrate it, and then we can call it a day. I then leave you to go and build your assistants. Then we meet on Monday. So I had already built a RAG system, but I wanted to use a very realistic document. Yes, I'm not political. Sorry, I'm not political, but I had downloaded the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. Okay. Now that we are going into the political arena next year, most political parties will be having their manifestos, and now the public wants to know, in brief, what does the manifesto have? Like for me, I have downloaded the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. Yeah, so this is the document I've downloaded. But if I'm trying to go through this document, I'm not able to clearly understand it better. So what I can think about it is, why don't I upload this document into my RAG system here, Yeah, sorry for that. And so why don't I upload this document into a RAG system? And then now the public is able to ask questions. People can ask questions. Yeah, let's try that one. And then we call it a day. So I have uploaded the document. The Kenya Kwanza manifesto is here. So what I need to do, this is what we are going to build next week. And we even build it better. I think it's on here. So all these codes are actually on the document. So if you have time, you can try out. So what I need to do is to copy the path. So I just need to copy the path. Copy path. I think it should be the relative path. Where is it? I need to copy the relative path. That one, yes, perfect. And then, sorry, I can paste it here. That is the document. Then as we are advancing, we can think about how we can upload multiple documents, not just one. We cannot rely on a single document. We need a system that can go through millions of information that we have, like our Kenyan Constitution. This was a good example of Kenya Kwanza manifesto. So I can ask it a question here. So this is where we can now allow users to ask questions from that document. So I don't know, what can we ask from that one? I want to make it simple. So give me 5 key points of Kenya Kwanza Manifesto UDA 2022. So that will make the public understand this document very, very easily. So let's see whether this could work. And then from that one, I think we can call it a day. So I want to run this one currently. What's happening? Yes, so run Python in the terminal. Yeah, so it depends on the kind of instruction you give it. So it loaded the document. The document had 66 pages. We'll be talking about chunking, where we can now reduce the document into smaller chunks of information before we do embedding. So after we've done embedding, that whole information will be stored on a vector database. We're going to talk about that one. So I think that is what we are waiting for. That is what we are waiting for. So these 186 chunks of information that we have retrieved from the document, we are now storing them in a vector database. So that I hope you've seen now that it has been stored in a vector database and saved. So we have the embedding. Now from embeddings that I was talking about, we are able to make a similarity search. So we are trying to get information that are similar to this prompt that we're asking here. Okay, so that now what we are waiting for here is now the similarity search, and then we generate. So I hope you've seen that the process is indexing, where you provide the information, and then from there, information are chunked and stored in a vector database, and then finally, we have a similarity search where information can be retrieved. So like I said, I wanted only 5 from the entire document, and that is what we are getting. So according to the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, these are the 5 key points. The first one is education. The second one is, this one, a focus on indigenous knowledge. Okay, the third one was they wanted to increase investment in education. Then they wanted to focus on teacher training and development and inclusive education. So I think most of the manifesto was focusing on education. Now someone can ask you, where is that evidence? So remember, with the retrieval augmented generation system, all the outputs we are getting, we must provide the source. Where did you get that information? So that someone can even go and verify. So like the first source, they got it from page 1. Then another source, they got it from page 49. Another source, we got it from page 51, and so on and so forth. So this is what we call retrieval augmented generation. We provide AI system with information with our documents that we trust. So we make them secure, then we provide our documents. Now from those documents, we are able to now ask questions in such a way that now using similarity search, this information can be retrieved from the document. Anyone with a question up to there? So that is what I wanted to explain. Now next week, we'll talk about how to build a RAG system. It's very, very simple. I hope you're seeing that the code is not that. The lines of code are very, very few. And most of the things here we've done it so far. We talked about importing, we've talked about models and so on and so forth. So anyone with a question up to there? Anyone with a question up to there? Okay, so I think without any other question, I want to stop there. I want to stop at that point. We meet on Monday. Ensure that all your installations are done perfectly so that now from next week, now we're able to build more realistic application using AI. I've seen one question from you guys. Let's confirm. Yes, so I'll share, this video has been recorded. So you can follow through it after the session. Solomon, okay? Then you can also try out more examples during the weekend so that now on Monday we are ready to build more interesting stuff. Okay, so I think you're good, Solomon. Let's stop at that point. Enjoy your weekend. Let's meet on Monday. Bye-bye.